you have like a military family story in mind when you came up with the part? You said you just came up with the part with her in Texas to begin with. Your backwards, did you always kind of want to do a story like that about a military family or someone from not a military family kind of interacting with them?
No, I really wanted to do about a story about someone who felt completely like they had nothing to do with their own life, because that's the way I felt doing that movie. But yeah, Sierra and I had talked before about that, and just it's such a, you know, I did come from a military family, and we had other ideas, but not quite that, and not for any reason other than it kind of worked into her story. But yeah.
Question for Sierra. How did you go working with your husband directly?
Be honest.
Well, it was so great for so many reasons. And it was a challenge for other reasons. It was great because we speak the same language and we have the same values when it comes to the work. And so it was amazing. I feel like watching it is everything that I would want to put in a movie. You did. So so that made it really easy. It was challenging because, you know, he's the closest person to me. But it was good in a lot of ways. Like there were certain scenes where like, say I had to be like really emotionally like messed up, and like we're like fighting with each other, like, oh my god, and like freaking out, like we're not even gonna do the movie. But you know, like crazy stuff like that would like give me exactly what I needed for the scene. So it worked out great. And it was awesome. And he's wonderful. He's the best director to work with ever. I feel so honored. So it's
yeah, you did so much with this film, wrote, directed. So it's with that whole process, what was some of the hardest obstacles for you to get through and actually finish the film?
I think just to be honest about what you know and what you don't know, be willing to learn the hard way what you don't know, and that sometimes can be challenging. You know, when you learn by knocking your head against the wall, it feels like a challenge instead of a lesson, but that's the only way I ever learned anything, unfortunately. The other thing would be, I have a problem where I admire other people so much, oftentimes, that I have a head full of what other people have done, constantly begging me to do things that I've seen before. Constantly. And there was a challenge in constantly stopping and saying, is this a reference, is this something, or is this coming out of the story that we're telling? And I had to keep a close eye on myself, because I'd get a good idea and say, that's just somebody else's thing, you know, and you just have a sentimental feeling about it instead of a meaningful feeling about it, and I would have to think of a different way to do it. And that was and, you know, getting the equipment turned back in on time. Not racking up all kinds of fines for that was hard.
Which I think we still have some.
Yeah, we do. There's one of Century Optics lens. We probably own it now.
On the lines of equipment, you obviously took a fairly minimalistic run and gun style approach from the stylistic point of view. What was your basic crew setup like? I saw someone on sound at all, or other stuff.
You wanna go?
No one. This is the crew. But then, you know, we did have some people near the end who helped out, right?
There were tremendously helpful people, like students at the end, you know, Matt and Brittany. Brittany and Danny and some people who helped out. And there was a cameraman for that last shot that I got in Texas. I'm telling you, if you're out there making a movie someplace else, just look people up. This guy had a wealth of experience, and on December 27th, dropped everything. I told him about the shot. He said, "That's an impossible shot. It's a stupid shot and a boring shot, but I'll do it." And he said, "Look, I hate to ask, but it's the holidays and everything. Would 150 for the day be okay for that shot?" And I said, "Yeah." But my point is, like, this isn't the only city where people are good at what they do. And if you happen to be out making the movie someplace else, look around. There's people that are dying. I think there's people that are dying to be creative people and people who participate in this kind of thing that just haven't had an opportunity to pack their whole life up and move to a big city. What a blessing for them to get to do something that maybe inside they really want to do. We had a great time with him. His name's George. He was terrific. And other than that, Lucas helped a lot sometimes if we needed to move stuff around on the scenes we shot with him. But no, it really, my cousin Mitch, my Uncle Dave, the reason that there's a Christmas montage instead of scenes is that at the end of shooting that first night, Christmas Eve, I didn't know how to take the camera out of the box. And at the end of the night, I was so excited for all the life happening in front of the lens and everything. I go to watch it, and my cousin Mitch says, "What'd you record the sound through?" I said, "What do you mean?" I had the camera on, like, what do you mean? And that's what I mean. That's how I learned.
So Jim, I know there was a lot of people who worked on this just to be able to work on it. What was your total budget on this thing?
Steve Black. No, I'm just kidding. About $31,750. And like I said, I'm not kidding. About $3,000 of that is late fees. And that includes the airfare to go to Texas. That includes trips up to San Francisco, which we took. Includes rentals, everything. Yeah. Kimmy?
So what do you think you would do differently next time, assuming that you're going to make another one? What do you think that you learned that you would do differently?
I think I would set aside time to everyone be together and do it all at once. And to get the momentum of that. See, what Sierra does in this movie, she's so terrific in it, obviously, but it's no small task to keep that close to your heart for 1.5 years, and she did. And she did it courageously and about as beautifully as it could have been done, about as honestly as it could have been done the whole time. And that's a testament to her devotion and everybody's devotion, but it wasn't quite fair for me to say, yeah, keep it close and maybe in 6 months we'll shoot something. I think I would do what I could to set aside maybe a couple of months and maybe rehearse it like a play some, and then throw it all away and let the spontaneity come, but just to get it done all at once maybe.